Welcome back to some professional Starcraft 2, the return of two incredible players, both well known in their time, and will it be their time again? In this Into the Clan / Alpha X Best-of-9 showdown, yes, Best-of-9. So settle in, get your popcorn. You knew how long this video was before you clicked on it, liked and subscribed before even getting to this part, of course. Don't worry, I'll let you pause. Welcome back. And now let me introduce the man, the Protoss player, someone who can finally join the ranks of the Shield Protoss at the top. He's back, and he's full of tactics. He's classic. I was really trying to go into a classic tactics thing. It didn't really work out, but we'll see how well his builds do. Now on Team Alpha X. And, of course, returning to Storm Gaming. Both these players fulfilling their obligatory military service in Korea. We'll see if they can apply anything they learned. And in what way. But the Terran, known for mech in all shapes, forms, and in all matchups. And overall, one of the most dramatic and creative Terran players out there. It's Gumiho. Now, Gumiho has always been, like, he's had a little bit of that hybrid style. He's never been all in. I don't think anyone's ever been all in on mech, because mech simply has not been a strategy you can all in on. Kind of like how Protoss players can't do the same build every game. You go the same mech style every game, it gets kind of beaten down and figured out. And against Protoss historically, I mean, it's on our minds. Okay, Gumiho's known for his mech, and for the fact he has a condition called hyperhidrosis, which means he's literally such a sweaty gamer. I'll see if we can get an image of it. He's such a sweaty gamer, he plays with his mouse and a hand towel, which is just, like, appropriate. It is endlessly amusing, and from what I understand, he's a pretty good sport about that as well, so. With these sweaty gamers in mind, we'll see if the floor will be swept by Gumiho's vintage Terran or some classic tactics. There you go. We got there. I'm always interested to see when these players, they come back. Like, it's not like, especially for most of them, it's not like they can't play StarCraft. It's not like they can't watch games, maybe in some cases, but a lot of the times, it's simply you can't be going to tournaments or competing because you have kind of a day job that prevents it. So, unless, for some reason, either of these players was in a jungle somewhere, cut off from the internet and technology, I think it's unlikely that they'll be completely ignorant of what the current meta is. And honestly, in the last couple of years, it hasn't shifted significantly. Like we see here, a bit of a dated opener from each side. We have the Oracle, which, well, when you see a Stargate, you're going to build a Cyclone. The Oracle definitely still valid. It's just, well, one, hunting for Widow Mines, and two, pretty easily gets shut down by a Cyclone. But the Stargate is your middle ground. It's, what do you want? You don't know? Get a Stargate. The Stargate, defense, offense, scouting, map control. There's almost nothing that Stargate units can't do. The biggest weakness to Stargate is just direct, significant pushes, like bio pushes, early tank pushes. You might be left without enough gateway units to handle them, but that's not what Gumiho's doing. Gumiho putting together, he's got a cycle, he's got the 1-1-1. All right, the classic. No, that's gonna, okay, stop. It's gonna be hard to stop now that we started. But, okay, stop. Oracle's looking for an opportunity. A bit of an awkward move. And losing an Oracle. Not what you're looking for to start things off. Losing that much, as well as the Cyclone coming in. Oh, did he not? We're seeing the Liberator used in its rarest form as an anti-air unit. It looks like the Oracle may get away. The Liberator... Okay, well, then tell your friends what happened here. Gumiho not quite able to finish the job. But 2 very badly bruised Stargate units will come limping home, or at least flying dejectedly, with next to no HP and a lot of anger in their hearts. Stasis ward on the way. Liberator shut down. With that stasis and the Liberator no longer being a factor, I think Classic might have enough to defend this, especially since the Phoenix and the Oracle are still intact. Third base, he's got a couple of shield batteries. I'm not sure. I think at least one is in overcharge range. And Gumiho gonna back off. Gonna finish up his 3rd command center, which he was getting even before additional barracks. And transition, disappointingly but not unexpectedly, into a bio build. Oracle coming in to try to get something done. 4 racks on the way. As Gumiho with just slamming down the rest of a solid macro infrastructure. He's going to do some add-on... Well, I'll have placeholders from the starport into reactors for Marines. Hunting with the Cyclone to chase down badly bruised Oracles and Phoenixes is a bit of a cute mini-game right now. Medium risk, medium reward. I wouldn't say the Cyclone is that important at the moment, but the medevac is kind of so, especially with Gumiho not having any starport production for a while. Let's look at Classic. On the other side, Storm is already on the way. Templar Archives not being chrono, but he's asserting map control. Going up to 8 gates. Pretty light on the upgrades, just now getting the Forge. Usually you are somewhat light on the upgrades when you go for Stargate all the way into Storm, which is about as far of a leap on the tech tree as you can get without transitioning to an entirely another one. Gumiho, is that for a spotter depot or something, or is he actually looking for a 4th? That one, he's really wishing he killed that Oracle. Oracles are just so good at all times. Like, there's never a time the Oracle isn't good. Are you serious? Wow. Oh, come on. The pulsar beam in his paw right now. Well, that's what we consider in many cultures a dick move, but he's a Protoss, so he hasn't forgotten that. Yeah, that is indeed a Protoss army out there. Spots the stasis as well. The lingering remnants of that Oracle continue. Gumiho, I'm getting a little concerned. He's building tanks, Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, all the goodies. All the meat and potatoes of your standard bio composition here. But the meat and potatoes aren't going to cut it. It's 2021. All right, we got fancy ghosts with the large radius. We got Liberators. People bringing Vikings back in. The Storm Hammer from the high ground throws a water balloon. He had a split second to react. He does not. The storms will drive the Terran army away, as having the high ground is something that is eternally an advantage for magical spellcasters with their energy weapons. I'm not sure where Gumiho expected the army to be, but it's at his 3rd right now. Surprisingly and ridiculously out of position. So far out of position, Gumiho just gonna hit the stim needle and go for the base trade. That is a big commit. Classic coming in. The hammer just drops on what little reinforcements he has. Recall is still on the table. There's not that much energy. There's enough, though, across the board. The question will be, when does Classic recall? The SCVs being slaughtered. The probes as well. The tank count is high enough that a recall at the wrong nexus could be devastating. This is a desperation move out of Gumiho. Make no mistake. He's going straight for the nexus. Well, he's getting the Templar Archives, a worthy target. I think we're in a literal elimination race. That's the last nexus Classic has. Some storms coming in. I'm not sure if killing the nexus is worth it at this stage. Oh, the half-assed base trade is not what Gumiho was looking for. There is just the storms on the high ground. The reinforcements seem like they might be enough. A few Templar making their way back home. No recall required. Classic's able to pull it all together. You don't, like, never base traded Terran, except when you've killed all their bases by the time they get to yours. So, like, that's a bit of an asterisk on that one. Yeah, this was a pretty, egregious position. Oh, he's trying to wall him in with the engineering phase, but there's just not remotely enough stuff here. Yeah, Gumiho, far too little and way too late on that. So game 1 will be heading towards Classic. As, I mean, you can't be halfway across the map when they're knocking on your door. That was just a straight up and significant mistake there out of Gumiho. Especially, like, he was in no position to base trade, and a tank-based army doesn't get around quick. They don't fly like they used to. Gumiho wasn't in the army for quite that long, but maybe Korean tanks fly in the army. Who knows? They probably move faster than tanks in Starcraft, to be honest. Like, wow, tanks are slower than dudes just running with drugs and guns. I mean, I guess it depends on the terrain, but enough speculation about the logistical nature of tanks here. When Widow Mines exist, I refuse to believe that tanks are always the best option. There are 9 games. Up to 9 games here. Okay, we're on Beckett Industries. Get up close and oh so personal. So I think we still got a lot of options. That was... I've seen that last game before. I've seen that a lot. I've played that game before. But every Terran, you just... For some reason, you think he's going right. It goes left. And oh no. Well, I guess we're base trading. Okay, well, if he loses an SCV to a probe, that's bad. That's very not good. Another SCV. Wait, that SCV... The rush distance is tiny. But that SCV was not... It just went down the ramp, and that was about it. Okay, I guess he was preparing for this one. Slaps down the command center. And so far, both players getting their expansion. Honestly, I don't expect to see much cheese. One, historically, these players not super cheesy. Maybe we'll throw it in a little. And two, it's kind of exhausting to come up with multiple different builds in such a long series. Like, you're usually gonna have a fallback style you like, and then maybe like 1 or 2 variations. And then 1 or 2, like, gotcha builds that maybe can win you the game, maybe put you in a good spot. But past that, it takes a particular player who either has a ridiculous amount of builds or just no regard for them, of which Zest is both, for example. First Adept coming across. The Adept comes across in, like, 1 shade. Not that Classic will waste such a valuable ability to get across the map. Oh. Gumiho shots the door. Now key is the Marine count was spotted. The lack of a bunker and the Marine count. It's a reactor. Well, I mean, the reactor also gave that away. But it's not... 1, it's not a Scouting Reaper. 2, there's likely to be... Well, it's either more barracks or a factory. It's hard to tell either. Oh, we get to play the oldest... Well, not the oldest game, but one of the oldest games in Legacy of the Void, which is, where's the Widow Mine? Like, there is 1 Widow Mine in this picture. Can you see it? Actually, this one's relatively easy for us to spot as observers. But sometimes, like, the Terrans are so good at hiding it. Like, Protoss will not fly into a mineral line without knowing 100%. There's 2 Widow Mines in this picture. Oh, come on. Not this time. The Oracle not getting away from the Cyclone, but the lowly Widow Mine. I can't. Classic got so baited. What a beautiful. That was so obvious. Like, nobody leaves 2 Marines. Come on. He's better. Give him some respect, Classic. That's one of the oldest tricks, is like put just enough units you'll know he wants to fight it. That is definitely like feign. Sun Tzu probably had something to say about this. Like, feign strength where you are weak, and feign weak when you have Widow Mines, or something like that. I'm pretty sure. Will he retarget? No, he just uses. It just fires on the Adept. There is no armory, so those Widow Mines remain detectable, and that one has Revelate. As Widow Mines usually say, but surprisingly little damage. Classic handles it. Obviously knew the mines were coming. Is there stim? No. But a few Marines and a tank. Even an unsieged tank. There just aren't that many units here. Bit of an awkward angle. He saw him go up there. I'm not sure why Classic went this direction. Like, that's the wrong way. He's gonna use Guardian Shield, but that's enough Marines. Like, it's a fierce amount of Marines right now. Oh, Gumiho! The Micro! Straight out of Starcraft Master, dodging the shots. Almost an unnecessary level of micro, but helps to distract from the Liberator, which racks up 5 kills as Classic is shaking his Stalker's non-existent fists at the tank there. Yep, the Liberator just kind of was like, well, I guess there aren't that many probes. And he's right. Gumiho has 5 more he has no probes. That would be a little concerning. But he has 5 more workers right now, or he did, when all that was going down. Like, between the delays from the Widow Mines, from the Liberator, and just the tank push being a real and present danger. Now, this is a little awkward. Losing the tank here wouldn't be... Oh, Classic. Ooh, Classic. Classic has now lost 1,600, 775 to 600 minerals and 50 gas of Gumiho. That is pretty obscenely cost-effective at this stage. And Protoss really values... Well, at the beginning of the game, the first 1,000 gas for both races is super important. Past that point, depending on the unit compositions, gas starts to drop off. Like, if the Protoss is really heavy on charge lots instead of tech, which is somewhat rare, then gas isn't as necessary. Whereas if the Terran is going for a heavy bio build, maybe they don't need as much. But losing the majority of your first 1,000 gas when you've only mined about 2,400, not ideal. Where did this Void Ray come from? Gumiho with the most risky drop. He brings the Marines and the bruised medevac. Well, the Void Ray didn't help, but... And he drives it away. There's really no angle to follow that up. The reactor. 4 Marines coming up. A stutter step might be enough. Classic really not valuing his Stargate units very much, is he? He is, you can't repair. What are you going to ask the SCVs to repair your Void Ray? Maybe. How many minerals are you offering? Those mercenaries. They don't get enough hazard pay, to be honest. The fact that they even considered it. Okay. So, Storm is pretty good against Marines without combat shield. I could have stopped at the Marines part, but this is the kicker. Classic looks towards the army. He looks away. Liberator comes in and liberates half a dozen or more, well, a dozen probes of their lives. Classic is being whittled down. Gumiho tearing him up, and he steps away from knocking him out. On the nice close road. Whoa! 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 That was a bit of a storm there. Immortals, a bit of Warp Prism micro, like between the shield battery and some charge lots with Storm. like, it's not over, but B-U-T-T. Yes, it is. Classic knows he's dead. Gumiho would really have to put a lot of effort into screwing this one up. He's got 2-2 on the way. He's got 10 more workers. One last chance to try to break through here. But with better upgrades, and really doesn't even need micro, but it's nice to have it. That's an optimistic warping. Please kill the Prism so I can GG, says Classic. Gumiho says no. The Prism will be last. And there you go. As we all know, Classic really tried to get that done, but Gumiho tearing him up. Honestly, pretty sloppy game. So far, both sides. The player who was more careless with their units has lost, rather than some dramatic plays. We got plenty of time to pare things down here. But it has been, like, we were a little rough around the edges, okay. We will see. Going into Game 3. Who will be typing GG? And who will be sipping on their tea? Please, follow me. One to one, 2,000 atmosphere. So, there is a chance, I just want to say this now, there is a chance we will play a couple maps twice. So, because the map pool is usually that 16, not 16, what am I, 16, 7 maps. This is one of the rare opportunities we get to see what maps players really like. I'm not sure the method for that. I'd imagine, like, losers pick. I'd like to see a little more of some of the map contest maps, stuff like that. But pro players, we've seen what can happen in GSL, even, when you use maps that pro players haven't played on. And then some cheeky Protoss discover where pylons will go. And that's why we have QA testing. So, speaking of quality assurance, we're mixing things up. Gumiho with a barracks. And that barracks, well, we know weak Terrans never build in the main. Maybe not as true as it once was, but I do feel now is a good time for it. All right, all evened up. Game 3, we played some pretty straight-up games so far. Well, Proxy Reaper. It's not crazy. It's not wild. Like, it's like, maybe I wouldn't like fries with that of things. It's like, oh, bold choice. Wow. Okay, maybe a small fries. And a factory for Widow Mines. Oh, wow, sir. You know we don't serve that here. I know you have some of them. Moving on. Now that anything else is happening, please. Reaper gets in. It drew anything away. The bunker was optimistic. I don't think Gumiho was really relying on that finishing. The Reaper, so far the probe's playing hard to get. Gets one. Honestly, you gotta get one. Wow, he's going real deep on this one. Whoa! Oh my! Okay, he wants it. The Stalker's here, though. He may just lose the Reaper, which... oh my god. Okay. And there he goes. Nah. 2 probes, and then losing the Reaper. Oh, but wait! A Widow Mine has joined the fray. A new challenger approaches, menacingly. Though, I'm not sure, like, you can't just walk in. You can. It doesn't have a high likelihood of success. He's going to try to draw away the Stalker Zealot with the Reaper, but I think it's pretty clear at this point the strategy is not Reaper. It is... Okay. There's an armory on the way. He's really committing to the Widow Mines. There's a small, tiny part of me that wants to say this is for Thor's. But that small, tiny part is shouted down immediately by the other one who knows it's not. But instead it is for even more Widow Mines, because of course, why else would you get a reactor? Ah, yes. Quadrupling down. So, there is an oracle on the way, but Revelation has a certain radius. And if that oracle, well, it looks like Classic has an idea. He knows it's going to be some shenanigans. Oh no! He got him to turn on the oracle. And that's enough energy that he will only be able to use one Revelation. Oh no. Well, that is unless he's able to just shut down the second mine. Okay, he gets it. The mine got one kill. Alright, that's not so bad. It's fine. Okay, where's the oracle? The oracle needs to come back. Unfortunately, it doesn't end there. Oh no. And right as... No, he's got to get that one. But guess what? But wait, there's more! Now, oh, he's gonna kill a stalker. Okay, so he's gonna need to use Revelation. Did he get both? He did not get both. There's another mine. But wait, there's more! Okay, alright, he gets the other one. But this time... Oh, the double-double! I see. Gumiho really mixing it up. He's tried dropping the main. He's tried dropping the nat. Now he'll try both. Very creative. So we'll see how it goes. And there's not much he's building. Right now, Classic is building a cannon. Oh, he's looking the wrong way. Can he pick up the mines in time? One burrows. Oh, but wait, there's more in the main. Look away. Oh, 7 probes. Honestly, like 7 probes so far for 8 mines. 8 mines. So yeah, it's not really doing it. And he's losing the medevacs here. I don't know why he didn't just go home. Massive racks play behind. Classic does not have that many probes. He has been spending a lot of money on units and buildings. He hasn't been super consistently building probes. So, wow, once again going straight sprinting towards Storm. Even before he sprints towards sprinting with Zealot Charge. Getting that Templar Archives. So, awkwardly here, Gumiho has 5 racks but almost no units. So if maybe there was a little more than this, Classic could attack. He may just go anyways. If he gets that bunker... Oh! You know, actually... Yeah, this isn't so good. Classic... Yeah, if he had like 4 more units. I don't even care which units. What about probes? Okay, shut up. Nobody likes that guy. So, Classic actually lost an Oracle, a Stalker. Well, the Stalker I think was to the mine. So, Gumiho's going to be coming across. Are there Templar? Did he warp in Templar? Yes. Will he have Storm done? Classic just chrono boosted. Oh wait, he finished +1. I didn't realize he had +1. I guess he got that forge to deal with the Widow Mine drops. Storm is not done. Storm is not done. Charge is not done. Essentially, Gumiho at this point just has to gamble that Storm's not done. Like, you lose if Storm finishes. Like, that's it. That's how it is. I think you just go. Classic's acting like Storm is done. He's doing a good impression of someone who has Storm done. He now has Storm done. He'll probably give that away by using it. There you go. So Gumiho just Runs into the main. Yeah, Gumiho definitely, like, you may not have killed him, but a lot of damage could have been dealt. It's just you can't know if Storm's done until the Storm is cast, right? So, wow. Getting a lot of work done. Gets a Templar. And guess what? There are more units he recalls. But what is there even to recall? A handful of Stalkers? Oh, a couple Templar. There's still Widow Mines over here. Oh, deja vu. We've just fought in this place before. Widow Mines and Storm. And a bunch of hurt Marines. Okay, okay, we're doing it again. All right. Okay, so this time, he'll kill all the Marines. But wait, there's more. So the trickle of Marines, Marauders, and Mines seems to have actually kind of stalled out. Gumiho, well, stalled out Classic a bit here. He's killed a weird amount of stuff. Like, he killed some Templar, he killed a lot of Zealots. He doesn't have a third behind this. And if Classic is allowed to stabilize, he'll eventually just have too much Storm to try to stutter step through. So here, but deja vu, we've just fought in this place before. Marines, Marauders, Mines all dying to the oh god, oh wait! Stasis! I'm not actually sure if that's good or bad, because now he's just protected an awkward amount of units. Continued I'm not sure who's, like, waiting for who here. This is, like, he stormed... Okay. Well, that was really rough. That storm was big. I think that may have turned things. Wow, Gumiho's +2. Gumiho not skimping. He had the... Wait, there's no detection! What are you doing? Go some... What are you... Don't just sit there. Don't show everyone unburrowed. Ugh. But there's actually no observers. There's just one Oracle for detection, so the mines are still... Yeah, this isn't gonna work. This was a bad idea. Oh. Somehow he gets out. Like, I don't... +2 attack. 1 immortal. What an awkward... Oh, he slips out right before the storm. Very cinematic. Somehow Gumiho's still making things happen here, despite Classic on paper having a better army. Oh my god. That was a great mine hit. Stripping the shields and killing a couple Zealots. Does he have... Yeah, he does have Revelation. But there's another mine. The mine's still finding something. Finally, an observer comes out. It's been too long. The low ground here, awkwardly harassing. Oh. The observer is here. Gumiho has, like, not enough army in 3 different spots. But just enough that if Classic moves too far in one direction, it can kill a Nexus. He's starting to split it out. Gumiho's taken... Oh, he lifted his main! Oh, we're still going. Yeah, this game is very much still going. Gumiho is desperately buying time, because he does not have the unit composition to fight what Classic is making. But Classic can't seem to scrape enough together to actually stop Gumiho. Like, Gumiho keeps taking just good enough of fights in order to keep momentum. Like he's killing so many Zealots that Classic can't actually move out of his base. 4 Colossi is just a no. He's building 2 Colossi at a time with Thermal Lance, and he has Storm. 4 Colossi will be a straight up just whatever the question is, it's no. Before that, it's a maybe, but probably not. But here we go, and reinforcements have arrived. Some more Storm. He's doing it all without any ghosts. Yes, you, for the rest of us. Make him feel like he's hitting something. How many Robos are there now? There are 2. Those are both Robos. This stasis is a bit of a thing here. Oh no! Disaster! Deja vu. I've been frozen this place before. Oh, the Widow Mines? Oh no, the Widow Mines! Oh no! Not again! And then the rest of the Bio Army! Gumiho, trying to save his units, will sacrifice many more. There's a Colossus, a few, oh, the Storm out of it, but there's no detection. Oh, this was bad. This was very rough. But the Widow Mines are recharging. Where's the Observer? Where's the Oracle? The blockade of Widow Mines is continuing. Classic can't get out of his base. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's a little... Oh, no! The probes! Oh, and the Oracle! Oh, no! Classic can't catch a break. He lost the Oracle and 6 probes. Oh, no. It's... How does it keep... Both Robos and a Colossus about to pop out! Oh, freshly delivered! Not another one! He knocks over a Colossus! Oh, whoa! But 2 ships went down in the storm! Devastating losses! Both these players just haymaker after haymaker. A bloody, drunken brawl between the 2 returning Titans. And here we are, the 4th base now, under attack, a double drop, just like whoever's left over here. The Expendables hanging out. Gumiho has like 4 point, he's still long distance mining from his main, he hasn't fixed that. He finds an observer. Gumiho's even on supply, he has better upgrades. Gumiho is doing some drunken grandmaster plays right now by just throwing everything everywhere and hoping the mines connect. And it's working, but Classic has had enough. He's now got 3 Colossi, 2 full Energy Templar, a handful of Archons, a bunch of Zealots, a couple Stalkers, an Immortal, a Partridge, and a Pear Tree. And a Pear Tree. In a Pear Tree, either way, whatever's more complicated. Probably separately, because then, like, some assembly required. Okay, Warping and Stalkers. The army does come back, which does... he's killing a lot of Stalkers with those better upgraded bio units. A natural under attack! There is Blink, but, like, there's never enough Stalkers to actually kill the Medivacs. Classic is down to 52 probes. This is one of those games you feel like you should have won 7 minutes ago, and now you're pretty sure you're losing. Oh... well, recall is off cooldown, but do you recall here? Remember game 1 where Gumiho was base trading after Classic was in his base? Well, here we are. Gumiho's tearing apart Classic's base, and Classic is like, well, let's do this. I don't... Leroy! Huh. Well, so Gumiho doesn't have nearly enough army to defend. A Storm Prism could ruin everything. He's gonna lose the natural. The main base is not enough. There's a handful of barracks at the... oh, God! Ah, the storm... He missed! He missed a bunch of the storms. He's using storms to kill mines. He still has enough storms. Yeah, Gumiho doing some great splits. Oh, my God, there's just not that much storm left. He has one more, though. Oh, that was a big one. Oh, well... he just healed through it, though. He's gonna drop on the tower. Oh, there's another storm! He gets some at the back! What a mess! Oh, how many gateways are still powered? Was the number 1? The number is 1, by the way. Oh, shield battery overcharge exists! Much to the dismay of Terrans everywhere! Oh, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out! Oh, where are the units? Where aren't the units? It does... oh, and it's over! Classic wins! Gumiho slurps up into the Medivacs and just leaves the game and says, sorry, bro, my dad said I had to come home. I don't need to, I can't fight you. And now here we are. 2-1 for Classic. Classic getting poked in the eye for 12 minutes plus. More than that. He got Proxy Reapered, and it never got better. Like, but eventually... oh... Gumiho. Nothing ever did enough damage. But... like, you can't... there's a timer. He really played for time on it, though. Like, he really drew that timer out. But there was a timer that ran out on the Marine Marauder. Ooh. Well, that was a wholehearted game right there. Classic, just trying to duct tape together a solid Protoss army. And Gumiho sand in an hourglass. And then breaking that hourglass and trying to shiv Classic with it. And putting some of the sand in his pocket and throwing it in his eyes. Jagannatha. Long map. Which some people have pointed out is not actually a longer map than other maps. But instead has a shorter rush distance. To which I say, shut up. Gumiho not going to scout. A true Terran's Terran. At least he's not going to scout at a timing that he could change his build. I don't know. Like, do you want me to commentate this? Is this what I'm supposed to comment? Oh my god, look, the probe, micro, gets away, hides the Marine, but I think the probe saw the Marine. Like, I'm kind of saving up if we have another game like that one. And all the games so far have been like that last one. That was just the closest. But they've been a hot mess. And I don't think it's cooling down anytime soon. A reactor, and immediately a factory. We haven't seen... Oh, here we go. Twilight broken out of the booster pack here. As Protosses usually want to have another card to play. Whereas, are we going to see Hellions? Ooh. Hellions, step 1 of going mech. Step 2 is just making Widow Mines and anything else. It's a different, it's a very curious type of mech. But, like, we're just gonna keep throwing it out there. So, Blink against a Hellion opener. Essentially, oh, one Stalker. Gonna be a little suspicious. No other Marines. Is the Stalker the giveaway, or is he actually... Oh, he's just gonna go with the 2 Hellions. And 3 CCs! Wow. He's kind of he's... Okay, Gumiho's very much expecting another Stargate play. Whoop. Classic. Did you not see that Hellion? I think he may have. You shall not! Okay. Right, they still nose the Stalkers a little just to make sure. Maybe they greased up beforehand. You know. Greasing up with the dudes. Running in with our fast cars and our hot flamethrowers. Just another great night in the into the Alpha X show match series, which I will admit is a bit of an unwieldy name, but thank you to those teams and the players, of course, for putting on some good games for the fans. Check them out on Patreon and Pro Games Near You. So Classic is going with the defensive blink, or as many people, not me, would call it bitch-ass blink. Where you just kind of go blink because you're sick of going Stargate and not having enough units. So, though it is 3 gates and not 2, so this is about as defensive as you get. We'll see if he moves out with it. Gumiho is just kind of chilling, because he's had 3 CCs this whole time. And since there's been no... At this point, it's pretty clear that Gumiho knows it's not Stargate. This turret is actually for observers. And maybe hallucinations, though probably not on that. Maybe for war prisms, the class is not going to lose a prism. And actually, that turret might pay off momentarily here. Yeah, Classic's like, oh, wait. Okay, I guess I attack. And he's right. Okay. Oh, well, unfortunately, the downside is that if Classic is paying any attention, then he just kills the turret. But I guess better, like, that's the point of static defense, much to Silver Leaguer's dismay. Static defense is not there to kill things, it's there to delay until your units that can kill things can come and do their job. Which sometimes is quite a while, so. But not when you're turtled on 2 bases with 3 CCs. They're right there. Classic shaping up for the very first time. Okay, he scanned. Did he get the obs? No, he got the obs. With what? Did Classic really move his obs close enough for Marines to scan and kill it? Well, that's kind of... Don't do that. That's a bit of a mistake there. Yeah, there's no reason that ob should be dead right now. And that means Gumiho gets his 3rd. Yeah, you're not going to fight that. Oh, gets out before the tank can even turn and angrily stare at them. So very close. Storm is done. Classic loves Storm. Okay, and if there's one thing to take away from this is Classic's love of Storm. Every game, that's been the first big tech choice. He's gone Stargate into Storm. He's gone Stargate into Storm. He's gone, well, Stargate into Storm again. And now this time, Blank into Storm, which makes a little more sense. He loves Storm, though. And why not? Gumiho has kind of handled it. He hasn't actually... I don't think... There hasn't been a Ghost Academy, let alone a Ghost. I think the only Liberator was for extraneous harass and not for actual part of the unit composition. The big things that deal with those Templar are the Ghosts and things like zoning starport units, whether they be Vikings to shoot down war prisms, or Liberators for just supplementing the army. But times are a-changing. As Gumiho going for some Gumi Ghosts. As we got a bit of a macro game on our hands after that bloodbath in the previous match. So far, only a handful of units have died, and they've both been able to go about their business relatively untouched. Until, well, that storm made several Marauders uncomfortable. Yeah, of course, that was the, I know you have an observer, yeah, but like, it's in the most obvious spot. It's literally where the Overlords go. Unfortunately, he missed both observers with that scan, which is just impressive. Oh, there we go. 0 for 2. Shaq at the free throw line here. Oh, Gumiho. Here we go. Okay, well, this is happening. He goes into the W lob, but the storms hit just the same. Actually, Gumiho handling the storm. There's not that many gateway units. Yeah, Classic, big on the storm. Lacking a little in essentially everything else. Is there enough storm? It looks like yes. 18 SCVs dead. Is lasting... Oh my, okay. Yep, nope. And there goes the orbital, so I think that's just the game. Okay, well. And there it goes. So apparently, just sitting there and getting stormed 16 times while being completely out of position, not a winning strat. I think we're going to see some more Widowmine drops. I don't know about you guys, but like and subscribe if you love Widowmine drops. Also, like and subscribe if you hate Widowmine drops. We'll see both sides. Everyone has an opinion. Don't lie. If you don't have an opinion on Widowmine drops, you have not paid any attention to any StarCraft ever. In the last, at least, since this one was casting at least. So... And if you don't have an opinion, make one up right now. It's the internet. Come on. Classic is going for a proxy gate in Gumiho's natural, which... Nice. But it's not a max pack, so he's building a gate at home. So... Alright. This is quite a move. This is pretty all... Like, for some reason, the max packs build with its proxy gate only is actually kind of a macro build. Oh, yeah. It still came in from a weird angle. Like, he didn't put very much effort into being convincing with that probe. We'll see if he was convincing enough. The probe came in like a normal probe. Well, actually, I guess it does come in from like a... Will he look? Will he not? Ah! Ah!
Bullshit.
I want to know. I don't think I'll ever know, but I want to know if it's because Classic didn't spend the extra 2 seconds on convincing him with the probe. This is the kind of build that works best against the best players. Because, like, if you're in the Diamond League and half the Terrans just misclick or build their C on the high ground anyways, then your gateway is just going to get scouted. And, like, not even intentionally. Or it's going to do nothing. Here, Gumiho, he explicitly looked, which it's hard to tell whether that was because of the probe or because he just does that. Well, now we're not going to be able to get any sort of control experiment because every game he's going to be looking at his goddamn natural, all right? Like, there is no game he will not be looking there in this series. Unfortunately, despite seeing the gateway in his natural, he's now going to just lose his Marines to the Stalker that was built. Now get this, at the gateway in his natural, which kind of seems like unnecessary damage to me. Well, maybe because you sent a Marine across the goddamn map. Not sure the Marine gonna do... No, it's a little late for the bunker. Okay, how many probes does it take to kill a Marine? The answer is any amount. Unlike Stalk... Oh, Widowmine! Widowmine saves the day. Oh. Widowmine likes this comfort and safety of inside the base. He's gonna try to juggle the Adept and do the micro trick! Oh! Gumiho. Oh! They play the Eternal Will They, Won't They? But now there's 2 mines. Okay, that was a little premature there, don't you think? This is doing way too much damage for what it is. Like... Okay, well, you're not going to walk in, so... Classic is now expanding. Gumiho has already expanded, technically. Oh, alright, see you later. I did say we'd see more Widowmine drops. I neglected to provide context, nor did I need it. But here we are. Well, if there was an armory, Gumiho might just win this game right here, right now. But an armory doesn't come free. So, will he drop both mines? No, of course not. Great reaction time from Classic. I mean, you're kind of expecting something, to be honest. Gumiho gets the boost in time. Run! Run! Oh my, wait, whoa! Wait, oh, that was the, he never repaired it! That was the mine from earlier. Stalkers have poked it on both sides. Classic's just backing off now, probably because of the tank. So that was a little awkward. So here we are. Gumiho probably taking a little more damage than he needed. But Classic also committing a, like, that was a medium amount. That was like, I don't know. It was a... I'm trying to come up with something on this. It wasn't nothing, but it wasn't something. Like, one gateway isn't a huge amount. He killed several SCVs. It's kind of like saying you'll help a friend move, okay? But you don't drive a vehicle. So, like, you'll help them move, but you will not provide transport. So, like, you're volunteering your time, but you've already limited the amount of commitment you have. Whether by your own limitations or by just what you've said on it. So, like, it's still going to be a whole deal. But it's not, like, a whole deal, you know? Like, so that's where we are. I hope that clarifies things. Thank you for coming to my Terran talk. Where I talk about knowledge. And the fact there are 2 medevacs in the main. 2 medevacs, a well-known strategy for making it feel like you're actually doing something productive as Terran while still not having enough units to actually do that productive thing. Wow! He outflanked. That observer was never going to get away. Well played. Meanwhile, one Marine is using all of its bullets. Guys! Hello! I've been here for like 3 minutes. Will anyone else? No. Go get him, Billy. Meanwhile, auto turrets. Definitely something. He used a lot of energy on that Raven. Believe it or not, we got Storm again out of Classic. As so far, Gumiho has not, like, he got a Ghost Academy last game, but I think he kind of died before Ghost could really factor in. So, oh, this is not going to be great. Oh, that was a big blink Classic. That was a blonk right there. Oh, he blonked. I mean, there's blink, which is when you micro. There's blunk when you blunk on someone, obviously. And then, oh, that was a blonk. Oh. What was that? I don't know why you thought. I'm pretty sure he had an observer nearby to see that there were tanks, too. Like, maybe not in that exact spot. Oh my god, is he gonna go through the minerals with the mule? Or is it just there because he's BMing him? Which is very bold for someone who's about... Okay. No, maybe don't let him through. What am I watching? Well, he got the Templar between the auto turrets and the bio army. Now, if he just hadn't opened up the mineral wall, I'd say he's in good shape. But now Classic can kind of... Where? Classic? No! Oh, there goes the prism. Oh, wow. Okay. It's a mess. There's no shield battery. I guess the mineral wall, he does slip through. Like, a solid half of Classic's army is just in the middle of the map. He's doing the most... He's got, like, okay, he hasn't brought his car, but he said he'll help him move with this amount of zealots. And, like, that's what he said last time, but this time for real, bro. I'm gonna help you move your natural to your main. This time, we're really gonna put some effort into it. But then he goes to the third, because he's just that kind of guy. Alright, so the zealots, just the third, lifts, and then the zealots... Piece right out. Their work here is done. The Nexus is taking a lot of hits. But the Zealots are back. It's a bit of a mess. The Bio Army, there's a lot of Zealots. Unfortunately, somebody, we're not going to name names, but somebody opened up the mineral wall and the Zealots went right through it. So, somebody might want to think about what they've done here. Now, I'm not naming names. But somebody may have been the architect of their own demise. Interesting. Curious. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just doing a Gumiho impression. Oh, I recovered. Oh my. Looks like that went down the wrong mineral wall, if you know what I mean. Ah! Ah! That's my reaction to those storms. This has been quite a series. Oh, he turns the Archons into Dorito-cons. This game brought to you by Doritos. Taste the energy. Flavor overwhelming. Anyways, so even with the anti-armor dustings, the storms, all over the place. Yeah, and then he just comes across and kills him. Alright, well, we kind of saw that one coming. Gumiho, been having a tough time with Classic doing the same thing every game. So that's 4-1. That brings us to match point here, which is, not exactly how I saw this going. But Classic keeps getting Storm, and Gumiho keeps, and now this is going to come as a shock, dying to Storm. So, well, this could be short and sweet. Just like Dorito-cons. Annihilating your hunger. Ugh. Still choking. Anyways, Jimmy says we got to do a quick advertisement, and then we'll get back to it. I'm guys, Capone, I'm Block. Be right back. Thank you for watching. Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying this series so far, because I'm excited to bring you something completely different. Let's talk about Overlords. No, not the disgusting overpowered Zerg, of course not. Something completely wholesome and charitable. Our corporate Overlords. First off, Google, you're up. Like and subscribe here on YouTube, and you'll get force-fed more videos just like this one. You didn't like that arrow on that video? Well, maybe try this one on for size. I hope you liked, and I hope you subscribed. Or else. And now let's not forget Amazon. Amazon Prime, your source for everything. Amazon Prime, now with Prime Gaming. When Amazon ate Twitch whole a few years back, it shit out Twitch Prime. And now with Twitch Prime, now known as Prime Gaming, get that pesky branding out of there, you can get shitty loot for shitty mobile games like Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends, you haven't paid me enough to advertise you yet. So, in order to make up the gap, please subscribe with Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming every month for free. You can subscribe to a streamer of your choice, or even me. And even though I'm a vampire who streams at hours you can't watch, you can get confused at this video playing on a rerun and still support your favorite content because you haven't found anything better. Remember, every moment you don't subscribe with Prime Gaming, you're losing money for me. So subscribe with Prime Gaming, because remember, at Amazon Prime, we know where you live. You told us. Thank you, good luck, and good night. Thank you guys for sticking around. We're back to Gumiho versus Classic, the Return of the Kings into the ITAX, ITAX, into the Clan and Alpha X show match series. These two returning players are learning how good Storm still is or isn't. That's where we are now. So far, Classic, seeing that Classic tactics are more than enough, and Gumiho is looking like he's pretty Gumi dead if something doesn't change. Fabulous. Need I say more? Well, that's why I'm here. The probe shows up. Gumiho not scouting. Like, so what does Gumiho need? Honestly, he needs to do more damage early, or he needs to embrace the fact that ghosts have an EMP radius larger than your mother. Like, the enhanced shockwaves can hit, technically, now Protoss, those mathematically minded Protoss, I know, few and far between, but they're out there.
Don't lie.
Those mathematically minded Protoss, they will tell you that EMP is technically the highest damage spell in the game. If you count shields. And nobody does, except Protoss, but on paper, EMP can do more damage in a single instant than anything else in the entire game. Max Radius Disruptor? No. Okay, maybe nukes, which also come from ghosts. So how are ghosts... Like, ghosts are so good, like, they got canceled several times. That's how good they are. They can't be left alone. So here we are. But nobody makes them because then we know how good they are. Once again, Terran's been playing the long con. Consistently letting only the very best players win everything. So that way the rest can focus on complaining. And then Cure shows up, ruining it for everyone. No, Cure, you're not supposed to win like that. You're supposed to lose while microing Marines endlessly instead of building other units that actually do damage. Come on. Well, not going to be Marines to start things off. Classic back to the Stargate here on Blackburn, where we do have... Well, Blackburn is one of those vertically... I don't know what you call it. Right? The vertically symmetrical maps. I'm not sure that's the right way to say it. But we're essentially... The further away you get from each other, the harder it is for air units to be effective. The mains are the closest together as they're ever going to get. I guess maybe besides the center base, but that's not, like... If the game takes the center, I will be so excited, and that's what we're basing the clickbait title on. But we'll see what we land on there. Is he going to bait a Widow Mine with another mine? Oh, what a real... oh... Widow Mine drop on the way out. Wow. He's wow, scout ahead. Very cinematic move so far. Scout for danger. Immediately as Classic realizes, wait a second. The map is dark and full of Terrans. Whoop, whoop. He had to have seen that. Even a little blip had to trigger the alarms. We will see. Right now, Gumiho's putting a lot of effort into this. Oh, here we go. 3. The Tacti boys are on the way. I'm actually not sure what they're here for. They're going to repair the mine, but is that... I mean, why not? Oh, there we go. There's the tank. So here's this army. Everybody just kind of barrels into each other. Unfortunately, actually... Picking up the mines doesn't, like, that did not help. That was not good. Picking up the mines meant the Oracle couldn't kill them. And the Stalkers were previously occupied. This is a mess. Oh, but finally a mess that's in favor of Gumiho. As he just kind of throws everything out there and let's ask Classic what he's going to do about it. Classic is going to flail and die, is what we've got so far. He lost the Oracle, he's lost 4 Stalkers and 3 Adepts. Gumiho hasn't gone without his scrapes here. He lost a couple mines. But this is enough stuff to actually get in between the natural and the main, especially because there's only 2 gates, because guess what? Classic wanted to just sprint to Storm again. Like, if there was an Olympic event for how quickly you could get Storm, Classic would be a competitor, but it'd be like one of those events that that has no practical purpose, and we have no idea how it became a thing, which is like half of them, but here we are. Okay, so the turrets actually kill the Void Ray. I think Gumiho wins. Yeah, the TPM is high enough. Gumiho puts it back on the board. All right, I want to just point out the wisdom of Twitch chat real quick. Thank you guys for watching live. 1,000 minerals just sitting. Wow. Wow, that was... We're taking that one. Classic with 1,000 minerals in the bank. Oh, wow. Okay, wait. Okay, 500. Doesn't sound nearly as impressive. Classic with... like... 10 dozen minerals in the bank. What is he doing? Ugh. And he was a pro gamer? With 4 minerals. And only 2 fingers. Wait, no. 1/5 a 2 hands of game. Okay, now we're gonna... I'm trying to think of other counting methods. In his third base, several fathoms away. We're getting a little out of touch here, but... So, what Classic was doing was thinking he could just go Storm and win again. And maybe if he had gotten to Storm, he would have won. But Gumiho attacked almost quicker than if you were opening Storm and that was all you had. Gumiho's found the secret, okay, which is kill him before he can get Storm, which is not a very creative method, but it is an effective one. So here we are. We'll see if Gumiho continues his not particularly subtle strategy. The thing is, there are a lot of varieties of Terran shenanigans. Tyrannigans. No, maybe. That you can get up to. Like, the defense against a tank push is very different than the defense against a Hellion drop, is very different than the defense against even something like Widow Mines. Widow Mines and Hellion drop are a little closer than a tank push. But there's not really a one size. Usually the Stargate is your one size fits all, but not very well. It's like a one size can technically fit, but it'd be kind of uncomfortable and a little awkward. Just like we saw last game with the difference between defending a push and being in a terrible spot for it, losing an Oracle to a Widow Mine. And now we've got the other side of the factory flavors. Can I get a Hellion drop, Gumi bro? Yes! Alright. The starport on the way. The Hellion's in production. At first, I'm like... I'm almost getting the deja vu here, but not quite. We've seen the Hellion drop, we've seen the Adept, but never have we seen the Hellions fight the Adept. Hellions technically beat an Adept, though it's a little messy, and you do really want to repair them. But it takes long enough, like, my Hellions are in the shop right now, so... This is definitely going to throw off the time. And the suspicions will grow intensely. Just having the Hellions means the possibility of the drop. And obviously you're already... Well, Classic is hard walling. Is that a hard... That's a Hellion wall, at least, if it's not a hard wall. I think it's a hard wall. So yeah. He knows the threat. But the thing is, he only has one gateway. Because he keeps building way too much tech and too few actual units. He's going to lose a lot of probes. Oh, no shield battery, not even a pylon. That's not enough Stalkers to really do anything. He slurps up the Hellions. I'm kind of surprised Gumiho didn't go for the natural. I think he was expecting more than one gate to be done. Classic already down 5 probes, and he doesn't have a third, which Gumiho is already scouting. Oh, Gumi, no. Classic is, he just doesn't have enough units to deal with all fronts. And he doesn't know, even if he knew where the Hellions were coming in, he doesn't have enough Stalkers to really shut it down outright. Yeah, the Hellions just slipping by, a little awkward, but 3 Hellions kill probes in 1 Valor. That actually did a little worse than I thought it would. Well, medevac. No. Perfectly fine. So, now Classic is down a few probes. Gumiho already has his 3 racks together. The probe. Not getting enough hazard pay for this. Link Stalkers will blunk in. But that does kind of give away the situation. A starport gonna try to fly on home. It's pretty quick. The only question will be, well, Gumiho's taking the potential of a counterattack very serious. Okay, very, very serious. And as well he should. He's obviously done plenty of damage. There have to be a couple Stalkers on the other side just to pin that medevac into the corner. Yeah, does he not see the tank? He does now. The Liberator knows that most of the Stalkers are on the wrong side of history. Gets a couple probes. Yeah. Will he try the medevac? Not even selecting it. I like it. Not even... It's like those 2 Stalkers are on permanent patrol. In 10 years, the base will be mined out. They'll be off the map. People will come back and be like, why are those Stalkers there? That medevac. Why did no one build a Void Ray? Shut up. Okay. The Eternal Guardians. After the great balance patch of 2022 where the Void Ray was deleted, all we had was the legacy of the Void. The Terrans finally got their way. Oh my god, Classic is going for No, he's going for Storm. He's chrono boosting Storm. That is his strat. And like, why not? He's gonna get there. The thing is, with 3 tanks, enough bio to be dangerous. I mean, you're really banking on those storms here. It's a lot. Is he going to pull the voice? He's not going to pull the voice. The Templar spotted. The Cyclone may kill a Templar, which is something. He's really... Like, Classic, at some point, you need other units. You can't kill everything with Storm. Asterisk. That's just... Like, he has 8 gates, but he just doesn't really have the income to produce, and he doesn't have any upgrades. Where's he? So there's not... I don't know if a pylon was killed, but there's no pylon. And Gumiho just up 40 supply, but what about the medevac? 1 Stalker pulled away, leaving just 1 Guardian of the medevac. Yeah. It appears that the same counter we've seen to Storm, being kill him before he gets too much of it, still holds true. Classic is gonna attack in. It's not gonna work. Right? I mean, those are charge loss. It's not gonna work well enough to matter. There you go. I'd like to revise my statement. Gumiho agrees. But what about the medevac? Oh my god, Gumiho came back into the game! And he brought the medevac drop in! For the like, he stuck around a few seconds just to see. Oh my god, I'm so glad I went back. The observer, by the way, left the game. Of the whoever's replay this is. But Gumiho's like, aha! I'm getting that medevac drop back. He remembered. Gumiho remembers his Gumi men and Gumi women. They Gumi know that he is the one. He remembers. Like an elephant. Or like... Yeah. Or something else that remembers very well. Obviously not me in this scenario. Jimmy! But other things. Well. And I mean, we're not done with this series yet, thanks to Gumi Bro. And his Gumi drops. But make sure to check out videos much like or worse than this one, probably. Most days. Game 8. If this was a best of 7, it would have been a boring win with Protoss complaints for Classic. And now, we have so many more opportunities. Gumiho showing that just because Storm exists doesn't mean all his units automatically die. As long as you have a huge economic lead and a bunch of tanks. One kind of leads into the other, usually. So far, Gumiho hasn't really showed us how to deal with Storm, so much as to answer the question of, if you had a time machine, and you could go back in time and find one person to kill. Like, there's a list that usually comes up. Is the list whoever designed Psystorm? It should be, maybe. And like, you only have one bullet that works through your time portal, and they don't worry about it. There's a lot of stipulations on this one. So here we are. And why do you need a bullet? Why not? Shh. Shh. Okay. This is gonna be Harry Potter and the prisoner of, or in the goblet of AK-47s or whatever it was. I forget which stupid. You know, maybe it's best we don't remember. Maybe it's best I forget as much as I usually do. Because if I remembered half the things I said, I would be so disappointed in me. But thankfully, ignorance is bliss. Here we are again on 2,000 atmospheres, the lines between games blurring. A Stargate, and the fact that Classic is doing like one of two of the builds he's done is not helping. Gumiho has shown a little variety, but that is usually how it goes. The Terran has different flavors of ways to get damage done to the probes. We saw one game Jagannatha, I remember that distinctly. Gumiho and Classic, they macro it up, no real damage. Gumiho moves out, Classic smashes him with Storm. So I don't think we'll see that game again. Also, I think this is the first time Gumiho has made a non-proxied Reaper, by the way. What was at one point the most standard of strategies has become relatively rare, not just in this series, but overall. Mostly because of the great lengths, extensive lengths that players still go through to block the Reaper. Like, Protoss players have worked out that this is worth it. Personally, I'm not so sold on it. It feels like half the time, well, nowadays, Terrans just don't build the Reaper, but second, like, it makes so much of your infrastructure vulnerable. Like last game, Classic was vulnerable to the Hellion drop, because if you're walling off the Reaper, you don't have a pylon in your mineral line nearly as quick. Of course, he's fixing that this game. But it's extra effort just to defend against basic things. The benefits, you do deny the early scout and any damage that Reaper could do, but I think we're about half and half on people making the Reaper and people caring about it. Oh my god. Those adepts. Hunting that Reaper is not able to get away. That seemed a little drastic. He did already see the third. Like, sure, you don't get to see the main, but you did see the third Nexus. What are you doing, Classic? What is this? Wild man. Double Oracle into stasis contain. Gumiho gonna go with the delayed armory drops here. He's leading with the Phoenix. The Phoenix is the body-blocking minesweeper there. Oh, he picks up and breaks the lock. That was a cute move. Alright, so unfortunately... Oh, Gumiho! That's the curse of Gumiho. Oh. Thankfully, 3 Marines just kind of happened to go out ahead and hit the stasis. But the curse of Gumiho is his Cyclones can never outright kill an Oracle. They always have plot armor. Gumiho is... Oh my god, what a crazy change-up. He's now going for charge before going for storm. He's still getting the Templar Archives before charge, which is going to be tough. Oh my god. And if he loses the Oracle, there's no energy. He's just gonna drop the mines in. So once again, we may be answering the question of how do you deal with Storm, and the answer being just kill him and hope he doesn't get enough Storm, because Storm is scary. Anyways, well, there goes the Robo. No observers for you, no oracles for you. Oh my god! No probes for you, and no easy win for you. Oh my, he's dragging him into the mines are still going. Oh my god, it's a disaster. Oh, he used the right, there's still a mine. Oh, it's terrible. Remember, these 3 Marines, we've been trapped for 10,000 milliseconds. Oh my god. And Classic starts up Storm. Classic. Oh no. Oh, it's a disaster. Oh, oh yeah, he's super dead. He's super dead. Yep, yeah. Well, it appears the answer to someone rushing Storm every game is to, in the words of the great man who also has plot armor, Day 9, go fucking kill him. So, yeah, he's pretty dead. Classic has not... no, he's dead. He's super dead. We're going to game 9! Not exactly how I expected, or maybe would have wanted it, but... Wow! Wow. Whew. It appears that Gumiho is one quick and dirty murder away from dragging this all the way back. Oh my. Whittle Mines. Jimmy, can you check my agenda for the week? Oh yeah. Bring this up after the cache. Here we have Storm. Or die trying. And on the other side, we have Minecraft. Thank you for joining me for this Into the ITAX show match. Shout out to ITAX once again for bringing both these players to us in this epic match. And you might be like, well, this is a mess. It's disgusting, and I don't like it. But it's kind of like DoritoCon. Doritos. The snack you can't stop eating, even though you know it's terrible for you. Doritos. The official snack of Archons. Archons. For everything else. Is this gonna work? Is this shit right here gonna work? Does it work? He hid the barracks on the edge of his main. Oh, come on. Oh! Ah! Classic! Remember, on this map is where Classic proxied a gate. And his probe, his lazy ass, good-for-nothing probe, gave away his proxy. Remember that. On the other side of the map. Well, looks like Gumiho tasted the forbidden fruit. I don't know which one in this case, but Gumiho's SCV betrays his barracks like the least and most subtle hiding place you could ever do. Like, it worked. He had him. It worked. He thought it was a proxy. And then the SCV just comes strolling out. Like, oh my. This script is worse than like a 2 p.m. sitcom. And I know most of my videos are 2 p.m. sitcoms, so here we are. And then he saw the SCV, and he knew that SCV was not cheating on him with a proxy, but instead was hiding it in the main the whole time. I can't, like, that was just, it's been a long series. Not as long as it should have been, honestly. Which could explain, wait, it wasn't even at the right spot. Gumiho just over here, like, the towel's getting real saturated. I think that's the issue. It's getting real sweaty. It's been a mess. Even though not like super long games, it's been a lot of games. I guess we're going Cloak Banshee. Wait. Right? Well, the best cloak for Banshees is no Banshees at all. Can't shoot them down then. Meanwhile. Oh yeah, put those in the wall. Nobody quite 100% on point right now. Alright, simmer down. This should be the last game, assuming that's not a draw. At this point, I wouldn't put it past him. It's gonna be blank. Classic going for the blank. How many gates? Wow, taking this. That is a temporary gate. That is a gate, not a warp gate. Hashtag gate. It's because Protoss have yet to figure out the technology of lowering their buildings or repairing them. So they must either delete them all or let them complete. Oh! Oh! Oh, I'm sorry. One sec. One more time. Okay, slow it down. Another angle. All right. Just. Oh, no, come on, bro, please. Oh, fuck. Oh, I can't believe you've done this. All right. After that Insta replay, brought to you by DoritoCons. Alright, I don't want to live anymore. Do the grenade. No. He deserved it. After that display. Wow, what an exchange. And Classic is going for a No, it's Templar Archives. But this time it's not Widow Mines. It's Flying DTs. The Banshees. And the Banshee's gonna do pretty well. Where's the observer? He doesn't have an observer. Well, he does have an observer. It's halfway across the map, though. Alright. The Banshee will get cyber-bullied out. Before even the observer. Like, you can't risk the observer being there. Unfortunately, Classic has an aversion to making a shield battery in his main at any point. So. Not as natural. The natural's gone fine so far. Oh, well, maybe if you didn't uncloak while you were still in... I want them to watch. It's been a long series. So, Best-of-9 is a lot. I'm gonna keep using it as that. Do they get it as an excuse if I get it? Yeah, but all they have to do is play StarCraft. Anyone can do that. Talking about it, on the other hand, that's an art. Like and subscribe. Gumiho really wanted those rocks down. Is he gonna pull the boys? No. And he's taking a lot of time on the rocks here. Where's this? Where are you going? Game 9, is he gonna pull the boys? You know he's gonna go storm! Like... The fact is, well, Classic hasn't gone storm yet, which is crazy. Meanwhile, microing on all fronts. Problem is the shield batteries are still being shield batteries. Ah, very clever. Hitting the ones that are slightly outside shield battery range. A new advanced strategy here. Oh, the Archon can't get in because it's too thick. Because it ate too many Dorito cons. We should have cut off that sponsorship a while ago. This is kind of like why gamers start having like Monster Energy water bottles. Because we realized after like a year of energy drink sponsorships that maybe they should drink water and not energy drinks all day. It was a real issue. Because remember, just 10 years ago, gamers were the sweaty nerds that only Gumiho can aspire to be today. And like basic hygiene and health regimen was literally laughable. It was an issue, like not drinking any water. So what I'm trying to say is maybe not so many Dorito cons. So that is why they have the water bottles. Like sports or normie sports as they're called. Figured that out a while ago. But it took a little bit. I distinctly remember like Evil Geniuses. Yeah, you remember them? Yes, the Dota team. The players being like, okay, we're gonna drink water. It's a good idea. Anyway, stay hydrated. Are those ghosts? He's actually making ghosts before dying to Storm. Wait, Classic. Oh, he has Storm. Storm's done. Okay. I don't know if, like, he got it so quick I didn't even notice. Or if it slipped through the production tab chrono boosted, but he did get Storm. Of course. And now he will get any other upgrades. Charge and Blink are there as well. The whole Twilight Council nearly is in session. Well, like you're like, what about Glaives? Glaives always wants to be included. But it's kind of annoying when it is because that's a whole different thing. Let's be honest here. Oh, come on, Gumiho. Not again. You know what's in there. Death! And he's still wet. Like, he knew. He knew! Wow, that was a big recall. For such a small medevac. Overcompensate much? Yeah, that was actually a bit of a panic recall. I'm surprised he bid on that. Maybe he thought it was Widowmons, which are terrifying. I don't know. It was just one medevac, though. So, yeah, that's a classic. He's like, the game's going too well for me. I'm asserting a lot of map control. I'm denying a fourth. It's going too well. Let's blow my recall on 4 Marauders and a medevac. Gumiho seems, well, at this point, you kind of just wait out. If he's been paying attention, he'll notice that class that didn't even have any upgrades until now, and he only has +1 attack. He's really relying on the storms and just the outright sheer unit number and composition. Gumiho will have better upgrades by a significant margin. Now, somebody, I assume Gumiho knows there's an upgrade for EMP on the Ghost. Like, he's not that fresh back, though he may be, as he has not researched it, and the storms are coming! Widowmine's gonna hit. The storms hit Zealots this time around. Are there any more storms? He's got a couple more at the back. An awkward fight. There's another storm. He misses the mark. There's a bit of a cooldown. Another storm. There's not quite enough left for Gumiho. It's just, oh, and it's over. All right, it worked. It was enough storm. The Ghost didn't do it. After all of that, after 3 games dragged back, Classic walks across with a few Templar, a lot of energy, and Gumiho just withers again. Not the dramatic, exciting ending we expected, but exactly the ending we should have, based on how every other game has gone. So, both the incredibly dramatic and predictable series, Classic will be our returning king in this Into the Alpha X Best-of-9 show match. What a roller coaster. And much like a roller coaster, not unexpected, if you're on a roller coaster and you don't know what's coming next, that's probably not a good thing. But, well, thank you, Alpha X, Into the Clan, and you for experiencing that with me. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, check out all these videos. I'm sure that they're very whelming. Good luck, have fun, stay chill.